Quebec at the beginning of the press conference. When you talk about why your plan didn't include schools at all, is that because we don't know how the virus impacts kids yet or how it spreads? Can you expand a bit more on your concern, particularly when it comes to children?
Well, children are the most important people in our society. We got to protect our children. The children can't protect themselves. They rely on us to make a decision. And no one wants to put our children in harm's way. And I'm just not willing to chance it. Just not willing to chance it. They're, they're resilient, but still, let's wait until the end of May, and then we'll make that determination if we're going to continue on for a few weeks going back to school, or if we're just going to scrap the rest of the school year. But again, that's going to be their choice in Quebec. That's not our choice.
Next question.
Next question comes from Travis Danrash from Global News. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Premier.
Hi, Travis.
You talked about the downward trend that you want to see in order to start rebooting the economy and pressing the reset button. What have you been told about the threshold when it comes to number of cases, the daily increases, in order to initiate stage one? What has Dr. Williams and the medical experts told you?
Why don't I hand this over to the Minister of Health? Thank you.
Well, it's really not a number of cases per se. What we're looking at is a downward trend. So if we still keep seeing hundreds of increases in cases on a daily basis, that tells us that there's still a problem both in the community. We know there is in long-term care, but we need to see those numbers going down consistently. There may be blips in the system from time to time, but we definitely need, and Dr. Williams needs to see, a downward trend, not just a coincidence from day to day. It has to be a trend going downward before he's going to feel comfortable about allowing or letting, making the recommendation, I should say, for opening up the economy, because we all want to make sure that Ontarians are going to be safe, and we need to see that before we can open things up anymore.
Okay, and I guess this question is for you as well, Minister O'Rourke. Dr. Fulton is there. Can you explain the government's rationale in not taking over long-term